drug and alcohol harm and risk prevention.
Hello, I'm Eric Carlin. For nearly 3 decades, I have dedicated my career to understanding and addressing the complex issues surrounding drugs and alcohol prevention. Through my academic studies as a sociologist and my practical experiences managing harm reduction services, as well as working on prevention strategies and influencing and shaping first drugs, then alcohol policy, most recently at the World Health Organization, one conclusion has become abundantly clear to me: that drug and alcohol harms will only be prevented with a significant shift in public policies to focus more on public health. Drug and alcohol risk and harm prevention requires a comprehensive approach across all of society. In my view, treating drugs and alcohol as separate issues is often counterproductive. As well as considering how we shift from punitive to public health-focused drug policies, we must also challenge the normalization of alcohol use in every social context. According to WHO, alcohol is a causal factor in more than 200 disease and injury conditions. It increases inequalities between and within nations. Worldwide, 3 million deaths every year result from alcohol use, with death and disability occurring often early in life. In the WHO European region, for example, around 1 in 4 deaths of all young people aged 20 to 24 is due to alcohol consumption. Every single one of those deaths is preventable. We cannot ignore the significant role played by commercial operators in shaping alcohol policy. Their influence over policy normalizes alcohol consumption in every social context, including in online contexts, and this makes harms more likely. It is the job of our elected politicians to hold these entities accountable and to have laws and regulations that prioritize public health over profit. In my view, and not just mine, many others, our drug laws also demand re-evaluation. However, we must guard against legal changes in relation to currently illegal drugs that echo the failures of inadequate alcohol regulation. Nonetheless, punishing individuals for drug use fails to address the root causes of substance use. We must shift our focus upstream, and we must address the societal factors that contribute to drug and alcohol consumption and drug and alcohol harms. As a sociologist, I've come to understand that the outcomes for disadvantaged youth are largely determined by the structural contexts in which they operate. Economic inequality, societal stigma, and discrimination significantly impact their ability to thrive in education and in labour contexts. By changing those structural conditions, we can improve their life situation. We can also create environments where drug and alcohol use is less likely and certainly less harmful. Prevention of harms for young people is achieved by giving them hope and giving them opportunities. Education is important, but we don't just need education, and we certainly don't need to just preach to them with just say no messages. Ultimately, we need to recognise that the responsibility for drug and alcohol prevention does not rest solely with individuals' behaviours. It is a collective responsibility that demands bold action from policymakers, informed by the voices and experiences, yes, of individuals and also of communities. Together, I believe we can forge a path towards a safer and healthier future for all. And I hope our policymakers are listening. Thank you.